5 unsexy supplements.
Okay, I've been seeing this product all over my For You page.
I take my internal health very, very, very seriously. If you
Guys, it's Maria V and spend the day.
I've been seeing this girl's supplement routine.
there are
These are 10 new.
this
Not just food, but ideas about food. Most of us start our mornings with a screen full of claims about what's healthy, what's trending, and what we should buy next. The regulation of health and nutrition claims on consumer goods must balance consumer protection and free speech, a challenge made more difficult by the rise of social media influencers who blur the lines between marketing and information sharing. While the First Amendment protects commercial speech to a degree, the rapid evolution of social media demands updated policies that hold both influencers and companies accountable for deceptive marketing practices. Registered dietitians professionals trained in nutrition science are increasingly being paid by food companies to promote products online. These paid promotions don't always line up with the science. In fact, some influencers promote ultra-processed foods or supplements without disclosing that they've been paid, and that's a problem. To understand how this happens legally, we need to look at food labeling and commercial speech law. The FDA used to require a significant scientific agreement for health claims on labels. That means there had to be broad consensus in the scientific community. But court cases pushed back on this, claiming that it violated companies' First Amendment rights. The Zoterer test applies when the government wants companies to add disclaimers. If it's factual and not too burdensome, it's usually allowed. These legal frameworks are all about balancing First Amendment protections with the government's responsibility to protect public health. But now, we have a new player in this space. Why do companies rely on influencers? It's simple: reach, relatability, and cost. A single Super Bowl ad can cost $7 million. An influencer with 1 million followers can post a promotion for a fraction of that and potentially get better engagement. But many influencers aren't trained health professionals. They may make claims that mislead audiences, whether they realize it or not. Even worse, sponsorships often go undisclosed, despite legal requirements. What's being done and what isn't? The FDA has guidelines for how health claims can appear on packaging. But what about TikTok and Instagram stories? The Pearson v. Shalala case opened the door for companies to push claims as long as they're qualified with disclaimers. But the rise of influencer marketing means those disclaimers don't always make it to the consumer. That's where the FTC comes in. They've published guidelines for influencers requiring clear and conspicuous disclosures like #ad or sponsored. They've even sent warning letters to those who fail to follow the rules. Industry organizations like the National Advertising Division (NAD) offer forums for self-regulation, and under the Lanham Act, companies can sue competitors for deceptive advertising, what some call false influencing. We're stuck in a difficult place. We want to protect free speech, but we also want to protect people from false claims, especially when health is on the line. Striking that balance is harder than ever in the age of social media. At the end of the day, we can't rely on regulation alone. As consumers, we have to become more critical of what we see. Here are a few tips. Ask yourself, is this recommendation coming from a credible source or just someone trying to sell a lifestyle? The First Amendment protects speech, but not all speech equally. Commercial speech can and should be regulated when it risks harming public health. In the digital age, that includes the influencers on your feed. Influencers aren't the enemy. Many genuinely want to help, educate, and share. But when health becomes a brand and branding becomes a business, we need rules that reflect that reality.